Previously on the Odyssey Campaign, the party returns from the sailing voyage and docks at Porta Nova, eager to rest after their long trip. Wandering the streets looking for supplies, it is clear that the city has not changed, and eventually, after spending the day in the market, the group gathers together and heads to Taza's new estate, an inn that she has purchased with the insurance money from the previous housing facilities burning down. Outside of the inn, a message is scrawled in blood on the ground, and the party is sequestered by a group of ruffians who are eager for combat. Quickly dispatching them, a lone wizard steps from the shadows and begins to try to read from a note. Vali, in his infinite wisdom, casts Steel Voice on the wizard.
Welcome to the Odyssey Campaign, currently being dungeon mastered by me, Liam, previously playing Victus Golf, and then hopefully in the future playing Victus Golf. We're going to go around the table and introduce every single player and the character that they're playing, and this is important because we might have some changes. Starting from the left.
Hi, it's Sam. I play Havoc. He's a douche.
Hi, it's Morgan. I usually play the recently deceased Morgrim, but today I am playing Morgrim's killer, Whistler, Paladin.
Ex-Paladin.
Ex-Fallen Paladin.
I'm Chris, I'm playing Zul Goro, and I'm the cheese guy.
I'm Josh, I'm playing Silver.
I'm Atlas, the one and only, being played by Joe, the other one and only.
I'm Zach, and I'm playing Grip.
I'm Colby, I'm playing Dr. Hippocampus.
And Duffy playing Volley.
Cool. Alright, so the spell Steel Voice happens, and he rolls a 16 plus 8. It's a 20. It's a 24. Alright, so he kind of spells it.
I'm gonna sort of kind of yell down. Maybe we should talk about the message inside, away from other people.
I think that's acceptable. Into the tavern, shall we?
Window.
And he marches all huffily over into the tavern.
I'm still sitting in my chair drinking my lager.
I'm still talking at him about the ethics of how to properly treat individuals of free will.
I have learned a nice skill of not listening.
Is this everybody?
Zil has developed selective hearing.
Is this everybody that we're going to get?
Yes.
Okay.
Is Havoc just holding the slightly melted bread?
Yeah, I just got it under an arm.
With the 2 bodies still attached to you? Oh no, you stopped raging.
No, I've shaken the bodies off and the spikes have gone down a bit.
Did you guys all gather here for my birthday?
I'm here with the announcement from one Stella Starcrest.
I didn't think she knew my birthday.
To the compatriots of our feathered friend, I've heard... sorry. I've heard by eyes and ears that you have returned from your journey. I hope that it was a successful one for both our parts.
You're pronouncing that stuff wrong.
In either case, I believe it to be in both our benefit that we have a meeting. Come to the Salty Sea Cow in the south of the Seaport District in 3 days, when the moon is at its zenith. That means top.
Oh!
Use the phrase, the penitent man. I need to be brief. Know that dark forces hunt us both. For why, I do not know. I've heard tales of a massive hobgoblin with a perpetually bleeding club on one hip and a slave collar on the other. Be careful and be aware. Stella Starcrest. He folds the letter back up.
That had nothing to do with my birthday.
I'm confused. Why does Stella Starcraft have a high-level wizard as a carrier?
She's a much higher level wizard than me.
How high did they go?
They go pretty high.
All the way to 11.
But it's 11.
There's a reason why she's a professor.
She teaches it. Must know.
In either case, I think that my job here is done. I'd rather not slum it any longer. Do you need anything from me?
Your wallet?
Uh-huh.
And your shoes.
I'll see you. I can teleport out. So as he leaves, what do you guys want to do?
Not gonna dispel that one, Atlas?
What is teleport?
I'm going back to bed.
I'm going to go to bed in the first place.
I'm going to meditate and pray. I need to do that.
Alice, stay out of my room.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up my chair and unsteadily walk back up to my room.
Okay.
I'm going to, I guess, sit at the bar and just be awake the entire night because I can't sleep.
I'm gonna just do the same thing.
Celebrate your birthday.
Do you both get toasted?
You guys could like play Costanza or something.
Well, we
I don't like playing games with him.
Do we have all the
He
chess
shoots
pieces?
glue.
Is that what they're calling it?
What time is it? Like after midnight?
It was like 10.
So today's your birthday or tomorrow's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, so
You want to drink until my birthday comes?
you can drink when your birthday comes.
Well, should we play some chess until then?
No, I'm not playing chess.
Silver, how much for that ring that lets you stay up all night?
1,250 gold pieces.
Ooh.
No, it'll take shit. How long is that? 8 hours. So I guess this is what I'm doing. I take the cold stone forge and I just plant it abruptly onto the freaking.
He spent all day forging a ring to make it so that he could spend the rest of his life forging stuff.
I put it on the bar, the cold stone forge, and how's that exactly work again?
It's they're coals that aren't hot to the touch and only heat metal.
And I can just.
And you can just like manipulate the metal with your bare hands.
All right, I'll be doing that.
All right. Atlas is going to sit down next to you and tell you a story. A long-winded story.
Oh, good.
For the entire 8-hour duration of its craft.
Silver also learned selective hearing.
Alright.
I'm gonna go to my alchemy lab. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on this bottle of universal solvent.
Alright. I'd like to point out, do you lose exhaustion the moment that you put on the ring?
The ring takes 1 week to bond to you.
So you might want to sleep.
Also, he doesn't have the ring.
It's not even made yet.
Yeah, so if you don't
this.
sleep tonight,
He's just
you're
gonna-
going to get
I'm just
exhausted.
gonna spend 30, 40 minutes just examining. the
Okay,
universe.
that's fine. And then that'll be part of the hour of your 1 hour that you can spend in an 8-hour rest.
Yes.
You could do stuff. So the day comes. This is day 1 until the meeting in the Salty Sea Cow. Does anybody want to do anything? Or
Is the Selkie awake?
Selkie is in fact awake.
My goodness.
I asked her what she thought. What about? About the offering.
Oh! It's very homey.
You're talking about the cloak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I defeated my rival.
Oh, like, is he dead?
No.
Okay.
But he's very defeated.
Okay, I'm glad.
Are you right next to me?
Shit, I'm allowed. What?
So, you're impressed, right?
Oh, man.
I mean, the cloak's nice. Did you have to steal it from him?
No, he gave it to me.
I don't want you to do anything bad for me, alright? I'm just happy.
That was bad.
What? No, well, I mean, did he want to give you the cloak?
Did you want to give me the cloak?
I got another one of these. What?
Yeah, he wanted to give it to me. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Atlas, this isn't working.
Do you want to hold hands?
Atlas, I need help.
Just hold her hand, man.
Is that all you have to do?
That's all you gotta do.
Havoc told me I had to get your cloak.
He's a troglodyte.
No, he's a hobgoblin.
You know that troglodytes are actual creatures.
Oh, okay. So troglodyte it's not just a... Havoc is a monster.
That's more correct, I guess. Well, what else should I do?
Just hold her hand.
Alright, I hold her hand.
I cast Lucio.
They both make a
Do
save.
we both?
Yeah, yep.
What's the save?
I don't think I saved now.
The save against glue seal is 16.
Oh, she succeeds.
I didn't. What is that? What happens?
She pulls her hand away, and the glue sticks to your hand. And then she puts her hand back.
Oh.
Alice. What are you doing to me, man?
Just hold her hand, man.
Wait a second. I use my other hand to hold her hand.
Now you're both holding opposite hands.
Alice. Is this working?
Just calm down.
I'm having fun!
Alright, we go on like this.
Alright, that's gonna last 8 minutes.
It's a very awkward 8 minutes. They're probably gonna be silent.
She just kind of sits there.
Okay.
She just kind of drinks in the moment.
Alright. I try to wipe off the glue with Alice's cloak.
The glue is wiped. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I do. It's about 8 minutes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Is there a fair? We can go to the fair.
A fair?
A fair.
A fair in Porta Nova?
Yeah.
Shit. Knowledge book. Hold on, I gotta go into my trance. 29. 39. Do I know any fairs? Anything cool is happening?
You know that Porta Nova doesn't really have very many fairs as of late, if simply because there was a massive explosion from the volcano not too long ago. A lot of people died, and they're still rebuilding.
There's a lot of orphan children.
Take her to a candy
It
store.
was a catastrophe. Half the city burned down.
And then they tried to arrest the heroes that saved them all.
Need someone who knows stuff about the city. Alice. Where's a fun place to go?
Did you have a seizure?
Me? Yeah. No, I'm fine. It happens all the time. Alice, you gotta bail me out again here.
I know a great place.
Where? Take me there.
She doesn't hear any of that.
Let's go.
She keeps rolling twos.
Has Alice been drinking all night?
Yes.
Alice, we're going out for your birthday. This is your birthday. We're going out for your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Third wheel.
Oh my goodness.
Atlas takes Silver and what's the Selfie's name?
No one has asked.
Alice, I never asked
Oh my goodness.
She's never given one.
So, what's your name? What? What's your name? Your title.
Have you never asked me this?
Bluff.
20. I
I got 26. Yeah, I did, but you didn't hear me.
Oh, okay. It's Sylvia.
Sylvia.
I'll go with it.
That's good. That's a good name.
So, that's your name.
Okay. Alice takes Sylvia and Silver. Up the coast, up and along the coast of the lower district, into like the soaks. So we have to cross over a bridge from the river, and we go up into the soaks, and we sort of meet right where the the shelf of the mountain meets the under side of the city. And we're looking out over this catastrophe of buildings that have been falling into the sea over the past several hundred years, because of the lurches. And
is this what they count for fun?
and in that, you can see that Atlas is so completely distraught and drunk, and just like he's crying, and the wind around him is really fucking whipping around. And he's just like, Silver. You see right there. And he points to this building that's like magnificent in velvet and it's like under the water. You can see the velvet under the water. Not velvet, a violet color. And it's got royal blues and the stone is really intricate. He says, that used to be my home, Silver. It fell into the river. It fell right off. Right up from the up there.
So you're going to need to make a bluff check?
No.
Okay.
We can't go there. It's sunken.
We're not going.
This isn't fun at all.
I mean, I'm kind of having fun.
Alice, are you depressed?
Is it still empty?
God damn it.
What's in that bottle?
It's probably still empty.
In that bottle?
No, he was drinking from the bar earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I do have those 2 things of wine that we got from the ship.
I've never had alcohol before. I mean, we've had fermented dead things, but like that was more of an accident.
Let's all have some wine. I know you still got some wine.
Oh, wait, let me see what the wine
Right?
does
You
to
took some wine from the ship?
Yeah, that's special wine.
Yeah, it does things to you. Let me see what
Yeah, whatever. Let's just have a good. Let's just watch your sinking past as we enjoy some alcohol.
Oh God!
It's gone forever. How many years ago is this? How long have you been alive? Like 500?
This happened 100 years ago.
Oh wow. That's like
The big 00.
that's like 3 of me, 4 of her. Well, actually, no. It's a little bit more. Don't ask about that. I had to figure that out.
That's 5.
She's legal, I promise.
We had a conversation.
Actually, it's about like 4.2.
She's good at math.
Actually, if he drinks the wine,
Don't
he
tell
might... Okay.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Well, we're drinking the wine.
Curious.
Are we both gonna drink the wine?
Yep.
All right.
All 3 of them? Or
Sure.
just the 2?
Atlas, do you drink the wine?
I'll drink his wine.
All right. So Sylvia drinks the wine as well.
Okay.
They all get +5 will and their fortitude for 2d6 rounds. So does that cure him of his drunkenness? Because his fortitude has now just skyrocketed?
Yeah, I guess you lose your drunkenness.
This wine sucks! I threw the bottle at his house!
Well, it's only 2d6. Oh, hold on.
And I don't know if by throwing it where it goes.
All right. So
It's not haunting.
about a minute later, you feel completely drunk.
Oh. It's like a Long Island. It kind of has to set in. Feel good, Atlas? You feeling alright? You look alright. Sylvia, it's his birthday today.
So I have a
It's like
question.
150.
How many bottles?
Okay, all right. You see Alice start to like tip towards the edge of the shore. And he like catches himself. Natural 20, and then he stands back up. I'm sorry I brought you here on your date.
Did he say date or we dating?
Hold her hand, Silver. Silver hand.
Oh!
I hold her hand.
She reaches out, not with her hand, but with her mouth, and like tries to bite your hand.
No, wait. Is this like a cultural thing?
Oh, I thought I was a seal.
Oh, she's really drunk. I don't think she's like ever had alcohol.
She collapses onto the ground.
Uh-oh. I think the date's over.
I'm gonna go find my father.
Alright. I'll let you go. How heavy is the selfie?
So wait, I have a question. How did Silver get some of the wine if Zool and Griff are holding it?
Well, there's 2 boxes of it.
Yeah, but it says that Zool and Griff have them. Did everyone...
They picked up the crates.
Oh,
we all grabbed some.
So does everyone have like 2 or something?
Yeah, I grabbed 2. Yeah.
Okay. Just so I can
Everybody's
keep
got
track.
some wine.
So after my...
Like, to show up to this, like, a good few minutes later, like, oh, do you guys come here to cry too?
Havoc, you see that building right there?
Yeah, let's say Havoc gets it. You follow.
I used to live in that building.
Oh my god.
Alright.
And it came tumbling down. 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 Down.
Havoc, the cloak didn't work. And Atlas, his thing didn't work either. She's unconscious. None of you guys are helping me.
She pukes.
Like a fish.
This is push her into the recovery position.
You guys need to get on the same page. I need some help. Now she's unconscious. Now I'm going to talk about this.
Alright.
That sounds really weird.
Now's your time to strike.
No. You already got the skin.
To put a log on that
No,
one.
strike the building.
Strike the building.
My father's treasure's in there.
There's treasure in your sunken house. You alright? You got dry mouth?
That blood ride really took it out of me.
I think that you guys need to sober up. Just a little bit.
300 years.
Especially him.
300 years, man.
What's my carry weight? Let's see. All right. I'm going to put Atlas over my shoulder. And then I'm going to put Sylvia over my other shoulder. And I'm going to say, Silver.
I'm flying! You're not flying, you're being carried. Oh! What?
You're going to take care of her, and you're going to prove that that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Let's
Do
go.
I need another cloak?
No.
Okay.
This one will do. But make sure she sobers up. And I'm going to lead the three of them back to the place.
Alright, so you guys successfully...
And as I do this, you notice that the cloak that I have not had for 4 months, I'm now wearing again. The one I gave to Doom.
Ooh. So you guys make your way back to the tavern, and everybody else has sort of roused themselves. And so you're about halfway through the day. So unless anybody wants to do anything.
Right in the morning, I pray to my god in order to get all my stones back, and I pray that for me to help all the elves I can and to protect the elves from the other races.
Okay. Do you want to deliver your letter during that time?
Well, I mean, I'm praying in my room, so after that, I will deliver the letter.
Okay.
And
so
I'll
you deliver the letter to the Rusty Steve.
I give him a cheese hunk to make sure that the letter gets delivered. So
Yep.
not only did he get 2 silver, but he also gets a cheese hunk.
And Rusty Steve is like, I'm not going to refuse cheese.
On the way back across the city, which is like a good 7 or so miles, I bet. Atlas sings "Happy Birthday" the entire way.
I sing with them.
Okay, so
And then Havoc is going to drop off the 2 comatose people on the front stoop and wave to Silver and say, I'm going to go shopping.
I'm coming with you.
He'll push Atlas down into a sitting position. Say, you just stay here.
I'm coming. Atlas gets back up.
Time.
He's going to follow you.
Taza walks downstairs. What's going on here?
Alcohol is going on here.
Has he
Keep an
been
eye.
drinking from our stash?
Yeah, keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay for that, Atlas.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not Atlas.
She grabs you by the shoulders and leads you back to the...
I teleport away.
Well, where?
Towards Havoc.
No, you don't get to decide the direction. You're drunk.
Hang on.
Roll a d8.
Ooh, 17.
Alright, so you can pick a direction.
Towards Havoc.
Okay. You teleport right up next to Havoc.
Punch him out.
He will non-lethal damage punch you. Just sit out. You need to sleep this off.
And roll your attack.
Oh, that's a 2.
You're drunk and
Hang on, let's see.
Ooh, the spring-loaded knife comes out. I can't actually hurt you with it.
We need to use this.
15? Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, so he punches you.
Atlas casts Windy Escape.
Alright, where do you head?
No, Windy Escape makes me windy and insubstantial.
Okay.
So your punch is good. Unless you deal more than 10 damage.
I don't think I do.
Alright, so you whoosh around his fist. Sort of drunken master style.
Did I ever tell you that cloak is just the right color for you? Let's go shopping.
Go to bed.
I don't need to sleep.
It's true, he's got a ring. I made it. I'm sorry. I have one too. We all got one. You all got one. Where's my ring? Oops. I thought you were unconscious. Where's the doctor? We need a doctor.
I come walking down.
I got a ring.
Alright, so Havoc goes out shopping.
And Atlas.
And Atlas follows through.
Havoc will do his best to ditch Atlas.
Alright, roll the ditch.
Oh no.
I rolled a 5? I don't know.
Alright, so
I rolled any plus.
that's going to be your stealth.
Okay. Not great.
And then Atlas roll perception with a -10.
12.
What did you roll? Havoc.
5 plus, I guess it'd be straight up dexterity.
Yeah.
So 8.
Is that the minus 10 though?
So
Yeah, 12 max.
despite his best efforts, Havoc tries to slip away from Atlas, but Atlas stumbles after him.
No, 12
Minus 10.
Oh, minus 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you lose.
Alright, Atlas just goes wandering. Havoc! He's just now somewhere in the lower city.
Just wandering around.
Yeah.
Do I see this go on?
You downstairs?
I delivered a letter, but by the time I get
No,
back...
you don't see any of this.
Okay.
I'm going to pray for an hour
Okay.
and prepare lesser restoration.
This is a newspaper.
And then I'm going to go over to where the elevators are,
Yeah.
to all the super buff guys who are addicted to the things.
Oh, the drug double weight thing.
And I have a theory that addiction is like a thought of the mind, an affliction of the mind.
Oh boy.
And I have an ability called touch treatment that lets me cure minor harmful mental conditions. I'm going to spend some time seeing if I can cure addiction.
Alright. Well, I wasn't the one who set up these guys, so I'm not sure.
Your call.
Alright. So, what were the details on these guys? Because I don't think I was.
They were addicted to the red syringes.
Oh, okay. And what is the spell?
It's called Mesmerist Touch, or it's similar to the Mesmerist Touch treatment class feature. So right now I can remove minor harmful mental conditions. At level 9 I can remove moderate, but only minor at the moment.
Yeah, okay. So, unfortunately, the spell doesn't seem to work, and it's because this is actually a chemical addiction. This is not mental. They are physically addicted to the syringe. Because it's some sort of outside disease. So mentally you can't fix them. You'd have to use some sort of higher level disease affliction curing spell.
Oh wait, I might have that. Battle of the Paladins.
Are you there with him?
No, and I don't want to do it.
You're the same level paladin as me, so we don't have that.
Hmm?
You're the same level paladin as me.
Yeah, but I'm a different type.
It doesn't affect that.
Okay.
Okay, so when Atlas loses sight of Havoc, he opens up his spellbook and prepares locate creature.
Okay.
And then casts locate creature to locate Havoc. So long as he's within 820 feet of him.
So by the time that you do that,
I have a question. Are you within 120 feet of the what do you call it? Our headquarters?
Yeah. Yeah, he loses you immediately.
Okay. I'm upstairs in my room.
Havoc! Wait. Why?
I'm gonna walk outside because I'm heading to the library for the day, by the way.
Okay.
Because the hat of disguise.
The Hat of Disguise isn't with you, though.
No, it's not.
Okay, I go to Havoc's room.
I pass you on the way. How's it going?
I'm gonna head back.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Alright, so the day is close to done.
Not before Atlas gets up into Havoc's room.
I know. So Havoc,
Havoc
you
got
get up
to
into
do it.
Atlas's room.
No.
Flip that. Atlas, you get up.
That was a definitively wrong statement.
Atlas, you get up into Havoc's room.
Okay.
The doors are locked.
Okay, Atlas prepares knock in place of one of his level 2 spells.
Alright, so you knock the door open.
Yeah, I'm
Havoc.
I'm oiling my the armor.
Havoc.
What?
Havoc.
What? What's wrong with you?
I go and I touch you in the face.
Get away!
Havoc. I thought you were going to buy things.
Why?
Because you just were downstairs and you said, I'm going to go shopping.
You are very drunk.
I'm not drunk. I know what I saw.
Is there caffeine in this world? Can we get him?
The only thing you know of on hand is the steroids.
Just sit down and tell me what you saw.
You were wearing your magnificent cloak. I even gave you a swell compliment, which you didn't respond to, because you're a jerk. And then, you said, I'm gonna go shopping, and I said, I'll come with you. And then you just fucking left, then you left me in the city. Now I'm all alone.
I think of the two of us, he left me more. I'm more alone now.
Do you want to go to my spot to cry?
That'd be nice.
Let's go.
Back there. All right, so you guys make your way.
Havoc and I go back to my crying spot.
Yeah,
and Doom, who just got them away from there, is like, fucking hell!
So, do I pass them on my way back?
Yep.
I reach over to Atlas and I touch his shoulder and I cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, so you're not longer drunk.
Havoc, you can't be in two places at once.
No, I can't.
My abduction skills have returned to me.
Congrats, you've reached my level.
Good. Someone is masquerading as you.
Yeah, no shit.
Tell me who it is.
I think if you've reached my level, you should know.
Yes, I do. Yes.
What is that roll?
A natural 20.
All right. Well, I don't even think you need to roll to figure that one out.
He'd go drag you while drunk, along with whatever silver is. But he wouldn't stop by to at least tell me he was doing okay. My brother's a strange man.
He's got a nice cape.
Yeah, it's mine.
You should get it
I was
back.
there when I gave it to him.
Oh.
Okay. Now we cut over to the library where Volley has made it.
This is a different library. I've never been in this one.
Oh. I saw butchery and I was confused.
I'm trying to look for a spell I want to learn.
Okay. The person who's standing there, the docent of the library, looks at you with like squinty eyes and goes, "Yeah, we don't carry those magic spells.
Of course you don't.
This is more of a learning institution than that hocus pocus and magicry. You one of those magic types? You don't look it? You got a sword?
Oh, this just hurts every being in there. I just leave.
Don't you come back, y'all! Patooey!
Oh, man. Oh, boy. She really spit at me.
No, he spits over to the side. Into like one of those little tunes. Alright, so you return from the library.
That was pointless.
It's nighttime. Everybody returns. And now, to add a bit of speed to this, everybody gets to do one thing for the next 2 days.
I have one thing before that.
Yep, so... Hippocampus, you want to buy a cake?
I bought a cake.
You buy a cake. Alright.
I read that list.
How much money do
birthday.
How much do you want to spend on this cake? Determine its quality.
It's a nice cake.
It's a nice cake? Alright, so that'll be a gold piece.
Okay.
Gross. This is a good piece. This is a good cake. It does happen to say, so you got married. Because it's the only fancy cake on hand that they had at the bakery.
Are there any candles?
No, there's instead it's a layered cake, and at the very top it's a man and an Oread of undetermined gender on top of the cake.
Is this for me, Doctor?
It's not a birthday cake, but it's the nicest one they had.
Well, let's have a slice.
It looks pretty good.
Dr. Hippocampus and Atlas enjoy some nice cake.
You don't share it with anyone else?
No one else is around.
Not wrong.
Havoc's in the headquarters, right?
Havoc! You want some cake?
I'm distraught about the fact my brother didn't want to visit.
Cake is good. It'll make your problems go away.
Alright, I'll have some cake.
The cake is
I
good.
ate too much cake.
The cake is good. It does not make your problems go away. Alright,
I'm
so...
guessing Jules back from the delivering the letter by now?
Yeah, so everybody returns from their activities.
What a waste of fucking time.
And the day concludes. Now everybody gets to do one thing that they want to do over the next 2 days. And then... What?
Silver, can you make me one of those rings?
Yeah.
How much again?
It's 1,250.
Got it. There you go.
All right, I know what I'm doing all night.
And then I'm going to spend the rest of my time trying to see if Atlas will let me look at his spellbook.
I already shared with you the
other spellbook.
the other spellbook.
No, the other one now.
What, this one?
No.
It disappears. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna go hand that head in for the reward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you go into the reward place. It is the local town guard.
Constabulary.
Yep. So at the front office is sort of this older woman with spectacles. It's an older half-elf.
You really are going to walk into a guard place?
I'm gonna put like a rag over my mouth, just like to tie it up. Like that's a disguise, right?
Havoc, I can take care of that for you.
Nope.
Alright, so you walk in, and the lady sits there, eyes you up and down. Is this a robbery?
No, I'm a contract mercenary, and I put the head of and one of the wanted posters of the guy on the
Oh, you got Calder the Butcher!
Yeah.
That guy's really been butchering a lot recently. Well, not anymore, am I right?
Yeah.
That'll be 1,000 gold?
Yes.
Alright. Give me 1 sec. Could you file? And she puts down like 4 pieces of paper in front of you. We just need your name. We can't just give 1,000 gold pieces to some random schmo. We're going to need your name.
Whose name are you going to
Your
give?
house of address. And we're also going to need just some proof of identification.
Should have sent me. For God's sake.
All right.
Do you want us to hold the head on file?
No, you can do whatever you want with that. I don't need it anymore. That's just proof that I got
Takes the head and puts it all into
It's
the
like a waste paper basket.
There's like 500 heads in there.
All right, I will take these documents.
You don't need to sign them right here and right now.
But I would like the gold.
Yes, you'll get the gold when you give us the paper.
I know. Do you have a pen?
Sure. She pulls out a little pen for you.
Cool.
It's a quill ink.
I will take it over to like a chair, and start tapping out.
You can use the desk instead of writing on the chair.
Is it like right next to that? All right, I will begin filling out the paperwork in such terrible handwriting.
Okay.
Can you even read half of it?
I'm sounding things out, and I'm still holding the ink pen as if it was a chisel. So I'm just tapping the back of it for the worst possible handwriting.
This is a quill, so you're tapping the back of a feather.
Yeah, like I snap off the back of the feather so I can tap it.
Oh, okay.
Just tap it in.
It's like when you use someone's back as like a thing to sign on, and then you're like giving them a tattoo.
All right, so you finish up writing the paper after like an hour.
It's practically illegible.
All right, do you hand it back?
Yeah.
All right, so she takes the paper and looks it over like, what name did you write on it?
I think I would have pointed to I would put a random location for the area of residence. And then I think I would have written, I would have just said Havoc. And then for proof of identification, out of my pack, out of the scroll case, I will pull my family signet ring, and press that in with wax. Grab the gold and book it.
Okay. She yells after you. Have a nice day, Mr. Fellhammer.
That's not my name. Whatever. As long as that's different enough.
All right. So now you have your 1,000 gold pieces for you.
Cool. And then I'll spend the rest of the day help cleaning up the thawing out bodies now that they're able to be moved.
What does everybody else want to do?
I'm gonna go to Silver, and I'm gonna see if I can get 3 things. Have him make 3 things.
A big order.
Well, I mean, it should be easy. I mean, if you can do it, I heard that you could make magical things. So
I can do it. I will do it.
How about
one thing a day though?
That's
one thing a day? Okay, so let's
Yeah,
start.
he's making a ring today.
So let's start off with the.
I assume I made that last night, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't need to sleep.
Yeah, so that's done already.
So the only thing I need is boots of the cat. If you can get me that.
Boots of the cat.
We just need someone who knows how to cast Featherfall.
I think I know a guy.
I think I know a guy too.
All right, so boots.
Atlas.
Is he around?
Say no.
I think he can innately cast Featherfall. I think he need.
I don't think it matters how you cast it.
Okay.
Because a spell-like ability is treated as a spell.
Right. Fair enough. I mean, cool. That makes things easier. Does that make my rage a spell for casting rage?
Oh, rage?
No.
Rage is not a spell-like ability.
It's a special ability. All right.
I don't want that.
So what it is
I think I can do it, though, Sam.
it's 2,000 gold to buy. So I'm guessing half of it for 1,000 gold to make. That's what.
On the website, it says it's only 500 to make. It's 1,000 to make.
Thank God.
1,000 to buy, 500 to make. So yeah, if we have someone who knows Featherfall, I can make that in 4 hours.
Cool. You make it.
Who knows Featherfall? Oh, no, was it just Atlas? You could.
Yeah. If Atlas provides consent. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, cool.
You guys are willing to help me out?
I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, let's team up.
Okay.
Yeah. We've had a good run the past couple days. We've had a good character arc.
Well, once Havoc gets back with the gold, I'll actually have more gold for that too. But because I helped hold KTB. But yeah, until then we can I can do that. I can give you 500 gold.
All right, so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go make those boots.
Yep.
For 4 hours.
So when Sylvia sobers up, she basically spends most of the day just kind of watching.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is now that I've been encouraged to be more of myself, I'm going to take Sylvia with me to like a communal forge. Even though I don't need to because I have the cold. I'm going to show her how a forge works.
She is enraptured by your forging abilities. She had no idea this was the type of person that you were.
This is what I had to do all along. I just had to be myself.
You just had to be yourself.
Thanks, Sylvia. Wow, Atlas. I really learned a lot from you and Havoc. I used to think that was Havoc. I'm not quite sure. I was very drunk.
It wasn't happening.
I wasn't there for the arc, so it's all over my head. But I spend the first 4 hours doing that for the boots, and then the next however many hours just doing whatever in the forge.
Okay.
Actually, if you
Other people might request stuff from you too.
I can only make one magic item a day, unless someone wants an item made out of metal.
Atlas, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Atlas, what do you want to do?
What does Atlas want to do?
You don't have to do.
Come back around.
All right, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
I'll think it's.
Good. If you want to just. What do you want to do? You just sit around, fucking hang out. You can shave again.
No, why would I do that? I just
Shave other parts of your body.
This is the full time you've been shaving.
right?
Keeps
I missed
reverting.
one little hair. Well, I slept the entire first day.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need more food, so I'm gonna go buy food.
All right,
I'm spending the day
you buy.
shopping and
Yeah, you buy a number of
getting
rations.
provisions and
How many rations do you want to get?
Really?
like 2 weeks worth.
Sure. That's that'll be 1 gold, 5 silver.
Sure,
You can up it to 2 gold if you want, and you just get a little bit more rations.
sure.
You
I
do
have
it.
plenty.
All right, Dr. Hippocampus.
I am going to pull Atlas aside and ask if he would like to assist in the study of the anti-magic potions.
Atlas will assist. When you find Atlas, he's using stone shape to make statues outside of the tavern. Mm-hmm. So he's just like turning the earth into statues.
I want you to roll a craft. No.
Stone shape is magic.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Just the quality of your statues.
Creativity, sir.
What is it? What would be a creativity check?
1 out of 20.
We need a new stat.
I want
called
you to
creativity.
Yeah, I want you to do a spellcraft check.
Are they like kids with Play-Doh or like...
Yeah.
22.
22? Alright, so these are pretty good looking statues.
He rolled a 5.
What do you need?
Well, Atlas, with all these rifts,
Mm-hmm.
we've been using a lot of these anti-magic potions.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can make them. But I need your help.
But I gotta tell you, I didn't actually pass potions class.
Don't worry, I can do the potion part. But I need the magic part.
What kind of magic do you need?
Anti-magic.
Okay.
The opposite magic.
Okay. Let's go give it a whirl.
I got my potion alchemist shop is upstairs.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Alright.
So you know that the anti-magic potions are based around some sort of version of dispel magic. So in your tinkerings and tankerings, I want you to roll
You took that old one?
2 checks. 2 craft potion? Alchemy? Alchemy.
Alchemy.
I want you to do 2 alchemy checks.
You showed that swell.
Come on.
I don't know what that was going to do.
26.
Alright.
Ooh, 13.
Alright, so you formulated effectively what you believe would be a good method of making the potions. However, they don't come cheap. So it's going to be about 10 gold pieces per potion.
That's reasonable.
I know. They make them real cheap.
Wait, what did you just say?
They make them for real cheap.
Who makes them?
The Hightown Wizards.
But we can make them for 10 gold?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they charge the other towns an arm and a leg for something they make really cheap.
Yeah. You got it. Hands up the Hightown Wizards. Sons of bitches.
How many do you think we can make, Atlas, with our 2 days?
Oh, well, a dozen?
Yeah, it'll cost you a spell slot every time, but you got a shit ton of those.
Got enough of them. That'd be 120 gold.
Well, then 7 per day?
7 per day. I only have 160 gold, so I can make 16.
Yeah, I'll split the difference.
So 210 divided by 2, so 105 each. This makes 7 a day. 21
Well, 7 a day times 2 days, 14. 14.
Oh, 14. Yeah.
Alright,
70 gold.
so you guys effectively make these 14 anti-magic potions. However, after you finish your first batch, you realize that these anti-magic potions are just not as powerful as the normal type that you get. Simply because they're using a much lower spell slot of dispel magic. Even if you're using your high version, the anti-magic potions that you get from the Hightown Wizards are using like...
Greater dispel magic.
Yeah. And even then, upgraded versions of that. So these are less effective, but they're cheaper.
We might need them.
Science.
Science! Alright, Wally, what do you want to do?
I already did what I was trying to do. I tried to talk to Atlas about letting me look at his spell book, and I believe Silver's making me a ring currently.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh, what is it called again?
Ring of Sustenance.
Okay, sweet.
Alright,
It takes a week to get
That's
into
fine.
effect.
he makes the Ring of Sustenance for you, and Atlas, you're the only one who didn't do anything unless you were doing the thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Whistler, what do you want to do?
Okay, you're alive, aren't you?
Now that I'm alive. And,
Whistler!
I actually think Whistler's going to spend the remaining day in his room doing a lot of pacing and muttering to himself, trying to decide what in life is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be very paranoid, writing down lists, comparing clear past actions to good ones, reading morality books, trying to figure out how to be the ideal good person because he's lost his whoosh. He doesn't want to lose it again.
Okay, so unfortunately you read only existentialist, so you have no answer. Alright, that's a joke. Alright, so you spend your time. And Zool, you already did your thing, right?
Yeah, I got that stuff from there.
Okay.
Vali has not yet told me that they need more elves.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of avoiding spellcraft right now. He's in a dark place.
He's in a very dark place.
He's having a hard time.
Alright, so
one more thing. So
Yeah.
that time I had, other than making magic items, I am going to make armor.
Okay.
I'm going to make padded armor,
Okay.
and I can do that in a day. It's only 5 gold pieces. So I'm going to make padded armor, and then use Masterword transformation to make a Masterword padded armor. And it's all fitted for Sylvia. I'm going to make Sylvia her own outfit, and then give it to her.
She accepts graciously and runs around the room giggling.
Yes, I finally figured it out. I just need to craft. That's all I've been doing my whole life. I just need to keep doing it.
You learn profession, craft love.
Amazing.
Gives you a bonus of nothing.
Oh, does this hurt?
Now that the 3 days have ended, everybody's all collected inside of the it's the final hours of the 3rd day, just before the moon comes and reaches its zenith. And so everybody's all collected inside of the tavern, having completed their actions. And slowly down the stairs stumbles Victus.
Victus, you look tired.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't.
We got a ring for you.
Well, I can. It's exhaustion and the physical. I was told to tell you guys that you gotta go to the tavern. I don't know. I wasn't here for this.
Something about a
Yeah, you guys gotta go to the tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
sea cow.
The salty sea cow. You did kill my friend. So we got a lot of work out.
Whistler's shoulders slump.
Anything but the knife. I've got like 8 knives. He pulls out like just random knives from parts of his body.
It's like the wallet that has the fold-out thing. It's just all knives.
I got like 8 of these things. Does anybody want them? Otherwise, you guys should get going. I'm gonna crack some water.
So is it the nighttime that we're supposed to be there, or the morning?
It's nighttime. Like right now.
And then it's going to be morning when we go?
Yeah, I think the note said something about the zenith of the moon.
Oh, so it is in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't sleep, so
It's all one long day.
Oh, there it is! Gotta look straight up.
Alright, so we go to the Salty Sea Cow to seek out our...
Yep. So you guys set out for the salty sea cow.
I'm gonna lean to Griff this time and go, do you know if the Salty Sea Cow is a reputable institution?
No.
No, you don't know.
Never heard of it.
I've heard of the Salty Sea Cow. 18.
No, it is not a reputable location. It is in an okay part of town, but it's well known for being the place where all the townies hang out.
Alright. I'm not excited about going.
Alright, so you guys all set up towards the salty sea cow?
Sure.
Alright, so the trip there is pretty uneventful. You've traveled these streets quite a bit.
Is this really the right thing to do?
And the Seaport District is pretty... It's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty familiar. It's not very violent. So when you arrive at the Salty Sea Cow, you notice that it is quite a lively... It is quite a lively place. It's loud, it's dank, it's busy, and it's filled with folk. and everything's like a little rowdy. Everybody's having a fun time, and it's quite crowded.
I need to put up some posters here for the strip club. If only Morgan was still around.
She was
I will have a tankard of boiled water.
Do you approach the bartender?
Yeah.
All right. So the
I order
bartender's
a
sitting there,
boiled
like,
water.
quite busy. Boiled water?
Yes. A tankard full.
Oh, okay. He grabs a thing of water. We boil all our water anyways. Pours it into the...
This is cold. I would like it to be boiled.
You want it... Oh, you want it hot.
Yes.
That might take you a little bit. It's also going to cost you more.
All right. And I give him a copper piece.
Yeah, they're going to cost you a little more than that.
It's just water.
It's water.
I got to boil it. I got time.
Time is money.
Stove. Time is money, friend.
His voice gets whinier.
So what is this place?
It's a tavern.
It's just a bar?
Yeah.
Salty sea cow.
Can I help you folks? So you're all just standing there at the doorway.
We're at the door?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to stand right in the doorway. Like, don't even want to enter.
You're not here to bust us, are you? We got no minders in here.
I'm going to shift from one foot to another, looking uneasy.
Uh-huh.
I see.
I give Whistler a good pat in the back. Hey, ease up. Come on. The god's not going to frown on you for going to a tavern.
What a paladin.
Terrible paladin.
I really don't think of you as a brother.
You can't really drink a lot of the water. It's nasty. Everyone drinks beer.
Oh,
Now you boil it.
I don't think he was referring to underage drinking in terms of the underage people here.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
That'll be a silver piece.
No, I'm referring to the part where lots of water in oldie times is nasty.
You ever think about partnering up with the chiseled sculptures?
Fuck no.
It didn't go well.
I'll look around and see if I see any elves.
God.
Yeah, there's a couple elves.
Oh no.
I go up to one of them and
I will pop my whip out and trick him.
He's a
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
All right, make a CMD against his CMD.
I love that.
You roll
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your CMD?
CMD 15.
Okay.
And I'm using my whip, which means I have a plus 16 to this.
Oh god.
So that's a 31.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're walking forward, a whip latches itself around both of your legs, and you fall face first into one of the tables that a bunch of people are drinking from.
And then I just pop it away into my gloves again. I'm like, where did that come from?
And like one of the guys stands up and goes, "Oh wait, you're an elf!
Oh god.
I hate elves."
Yeah! I mean,
He makes a punch at you.
Alright, so
I'm going to sit down at
What
the
is your AC?
table.
my 18 now.
Cool. He misses.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up. Whoa! I put my hand on Zool. I put my hand on him, and I cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh, okay. He's. Oh, my word!
There's no reason for fighting, friends.
What happened?
My clumsy friend there, he tripped. I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, there's no problem.
Here's a gold for your drink.
Thank you. I'm gonna go get drunk.
I turn around and I Havoc because no one else has her whip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The bartender looks at you guys and goes, "All right, you're causing trouble. Either you're gonna buy a drink, you're here to meet somebody, or you're gonna leave."
I'm actually doing the first two.
Are you gonna? What do you
I have a
want to
drink?
buy? Yeah. What do you want?
Give me a lager.
Sure. That'll be 2 gold pieces. No, 2 silver pieces. Sorry.
2 silver for a drink?
It's a lager, man. We have 2 types of cheap drinks, and that is rum, and that is grog.
I'll take rum.
All right. That's 1 copper.
And 1 copper. I just wanted to drink and don't even drink it.
All right.
I'll grab a low proof drink.
Okay.
No such thing.
That'll be a copper or something.
I'd also really like to see you try and make me leave.
It's more of a request than anything else.
Yeah, you can't make me leave.
What are you guys doing here?
We're waiting for someone.
Griff
Go
sits
away.
down next to Havoc and says, "What are we doing?"
The
Am I the only one that remembers the message?
magic
Because of course it's me!
I was asleep when I go up to silver. You got the other piece? The piece of the mage hand before. Can we figure out what this note says finally?
Alright, so you remember from what it says.
Yeah, I remember what it
Come
says.
to the stealthy
None of them
sea
do.
cow in the south of the Seaport District in 3 days when the moon is at its zenith. Use the
penitent
phrase the
man.
penitent man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
freaking you guys suck.
I forgot about the penitent man bit.
So it's me who remembers in real
for
life.
you to do something.
I wasn't there. so
I picked
wouldn't
the
know.
closest
You were all
seat
cold.
at the end of the bar, waiting for
Okay.
someone to come talk to me.
Atlas sits down at the bar and speaks in Elvish.
Okay, he
Friend.
understands. Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
I've heard your language before.
Been doing it all fucking night. I'm sick of it.
How can I help you?
Friend!
Friend?
Is that the only word you know in Elvish?
It was friend in Elvish to enter.
I get it.
What do you want?
Top shelf.
Alright, we got one gold piece.
Nope.
No? Higher?
Higher.
Oh.
Tippy top.
Alright, that's 100 gold pieces.
More.
More! That's actually the highest we got.
Oh.
Alright, this
That's
is
depressing.
Ultimatum of Doom.
Okay.
It is 400 proof.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
It's double alcohol.
It's magic, right?
Okay.
And it really knocks your socks off.
I'm not looking to knock my socks off. I'm looking for something to sip on.
Oh, something to sip on. Alright, so that's one of our $10 ones.
Dollars.
You're down your fucking dollars.
We got a 10 gold piece one. That is the Sylph Serenade, as they call it.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you a... No. It's nice. It's got some jasmine undertones.
Oh.
It's based off of cranberries.
It'll take your breath away.
It'll take your breath away and then put it right back in.
It sounds pleasant.
It is.
I'll take it.
Alright. 10 gold pieces for the whole bottle.
Here you go.
Hey, Atlas, what you got there?
I got me some raspberry jasmine wine.
Hey, see that I shared my one with you. You think you can share a little bit of yours? You're such a good friend of that, yeah?
Yeah. Give me a child-sized glass.
He pulls out a thimble and puts it in front of you.
There you go.
You're gonna cast a large object.
No. Great. Atlas fills up his flask, his nicely embroidered silver flask, and he fills that up, and then he corks his fine new drink.
So the bartender sits down and looks at you guys and says, "Alright, I've seen your type before. You're not just here for a drink."
Penitent men.
Roll initiative. Well, that explains a lot. You're here for Henry.
You can't make me leave.
I'm not going to ask you to leave. Henry's in the back, and he nods over towards. There's a small halfling man who's sitting in the back of the bar, sitting in the back of the tavern at a large table, but with nobody with him. And he's got his back to the wall, and he's kind of
course he does.
shaking a little bit.
You said
Shaking? He's shaking?
He's shaking a little bit.
You said what large gnome?
He's a halfling.
He's half.
Halfling. Where did you get enlarged gnome?
Yeah, they casted a large on him and permanency.
Large gnome. Man, I just
We head over. All right. Atlas sits down. Mr. Kissinger.
What?
That's your name.
It's Henry.
Kissinger.
No, it's Henry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got a last name, Henry?
Not that you need to know.
Does Atlas know Henry's last name?
You can try to do a history check.
Okay.
No, no, it's local. He said no.
Okay. 27.
Alright, so you know his last name is Kislyak?
Pretty close.
Henry.
And you know enough about him with that check to know that he is a archaeologist.
Do I know that he is related in some way to Stella Stargazer?
No, he is not related to her, but
No,
he
related has a relation.
Oh, yeah. So you don't know specifically, but you know that he has been quite active in communities of archaeology around trees of life.
Well, Thank you for continuing my life.
Mr. Kissler?
Kislyak.
Kislyak? Mr. Kissinger? I happen to know that you know about the trees of life.
He looks around the bar. Come in closer. Sit down.
We all sit down. We all crowd around him. All 8 people.
Alright.
We need the blood.
The blood? Oh.
The blood.
It's closer to a sack, I would say. That's
Well,
what
we
this-
need like a gallon of it.
Alright. I'm not sure you know who I am.
I do know who you are.
I do not.
Okay, my name is Henry Kislyak. I am an archaeologist. An archaeologist of ancient lands. There is a temple, some of you might not know this, that has been recently uncovered up north, about 50 miles or so. It's in the clay gash, as it's called. That's where most of us get our pottery from. As you may. Do you guys know anything about where we get pottery? Or
No.
alright.
No.
Clay gash.
Atlas knows.
Okay. There's a temple complex up there they've recently uncovered. I think, this is my theory, they call me crazy for it, but that temple has a tree of life buried underneath it. The ancient civilization that used to be there flourished. Now, all clay. Underneath. Yeah. And I think we can get up there. And I want some sap for myself, for reasons. And I think we can make an arrangement. I need muscle. You need brains.
No.
No.
You need gold.
Well, you need, like, somebody who knows about archaeology and, like, get you in there.
So we know that there's a place called the Clay Gash 50 miles to the north.
I think that's all we need.
Told us about all we need
Thanks,
to know.
I think we know everything.
Mr. Kiss Ass will be on our way.
What, you're just gonna leave me here?
Why
Yes.
not?
Because I want to get some fucking... Can I stick around? Look, I need sap.
Why?
Exactly.
For personal reasons.
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Alright. I'm gonna try to resist.
I'm gonna put a little extra juice.
You failed.
Well, he also is near me. So he has a plus
Is he your
4.
ally?
No, he fails.
You failed. We get it. All right.
Yeah.
I use my suggestion to have him tell me why.
He like looks around, like really worked up about it. He goes, all right. They call it temporal shock. Something happens to me in the future that is so bad that it's affecting me now. And the only way to fix it is to get some tree sap of life. Yeah.
What if it's what happens to you when you come with us?
Yeah, don't tell me that I already fucking know that that's a possibility, because it's been getting worse. But if I got a bunch of you guys around me, maybe I can get protected.
What if it's what we're about to do to you?
Ooh.
I'll protect you.
I'll make that intimidate check. It's only a 16.
Yeah, he's like,
Havoc.
he's worried about that, and he's also driven.
Okay, I'll protect you.
Thank you,
Yeah, you will.
guy.
Dude.
While you guys are talking,
I would think you'd be pretty, happy with her because, or him,
Ma'am, excuse me.
because Whistler is probably still in his guards.
I am.
yeah,
he-
he's.
he-
I am.
He would be pretty reliable.
That's all I got.
While you guys are having this conversation,
This man executes innocents.
while you guys are having this conversation, I want you all to make an initiative roll.
Aw, Black.
Not even a perception.
All right.
What was that?
Oh,
Shit, cock die, better just move that.
Fucker.
It's not getting any better.
Oh
my god!
13-1. What's that last one? Oh, okay.
16.
All
All
right.
right. What are your rolls?
Could
17.
never do that again.
yes, I can.
All right, did as many times as I want.
No, I'm talking about the 3.
Yeah.
I've been rolling low all day.
I don't need to know Henry's last name. I'm just going to remember Henry.
Henry Kiss Ass.
Henry, kiss ass.
Kisliak.
Kiss ass.
Alright, what are your numbers?
17.
Okay.
18.
11.
Alright.
0.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You writing these down?
Nope.
Oh.
Trust me. The only person who hasn't passed this is Silver.
24.
Yep.
I'm just eyeing your flask furiously, like, I'm gonna get some of that fucking wine.
A natural 20 minus 1.
Alright.
13.
Alright, so actually you might get close to yours. So
11.
While you guys are sitting there having this conversation, a man who is dressed up as a waiter pulls out a knife and tries to run in to stab Henry and trips and falls onto the ground.
Alright, I have Lucille on.
He's gonna do a
Reflex save.
yeah, he fails. So now the would-be assassin is glued to the ground and can't move.
That's right.
And he's yelling out,
Alice, you gotta stop doing that. That was just a waiter.
Just in case
He's got a knife.
Yeah, he's gotta cut stuff.
What's he gonna do? Saber a wine bottle for us?
That's
You
8
know,
minutes,
cut open
right?
steak.
Yeah, 8 minutes, right?
8 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Gonna be
conversation
bad.
happened.
Whistler,
I'm gonna.
why don't you arrest him?
Why do I arrest him? Because then I'd have to take him in. That's work. I'm gonna stand in front of Henry
Whoa.
and lift up my shield
Alright.
in case there's more of them.
I'm gonna take
I was
Whistler's
just-
manacles and medical him.
Well, you gotta
I don't
move.
have
To do that, you have
manacles.
to move his arms, and everything is stuck to the ground.
You can move him if you have
We can wait 8 minutes. And
I
then
get down
take him
close to him and I ask what his name is. I mean, not even that close. You can't like.
in.
He's glued to
you
the
wanna
floor.
try
His
not
face is
glue?
glued to
You
the
just
floor.
wait 8 minutes,
I
guys.
probably can't breathe for 8
He
minutes.
can breathe out of his nose, but like.
I'm gonna make a strength check to try and pull his arms together and medical him.
I was gonna
Here,
say,
I'll help you.
does
Or tie him
anyone
together.
have
Let's do
manacles?
this.
What race is he?
Alright.
I'll tie his hands.
I'll help him out.
You should just ask, is he an elf?
Half elf.
Yeah.
Half elf? Yeah, I hope.
I'm helping him out.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you do your strength check?
Oh, yeah.
20.
Alright, so the moment that you pull his hands off, he starts waving his arm around erratically to try to stab anything.
I will use my whip to disarm him.
It's okay. Me and him got him pinned down. We're fine.
Here we go.
He misses, anyways.
8 plus
Is that
19.
initiative?
He's on the ground. He's prone. He's not going to hit us.
Initiative just
1 to 7 to disarm him.
Yeah, so you pull the knife from his arm. And so now his arms are just flopping about. Do you want to...
I'm gonna tie his arms.
Alright, so you tie up his arms are stuck behind his back. And he's still, like, struggling
I
about
pick,
it.
I pick his head up.
What is this all going on?
You frightening man. Intimidate him.
He can't
I
see
want
him.
to talk to
Yeah.
this Henry
It's glued to
douchebag
the floor.
about how
Yeah.
he's got some time thing going on, because that doesn't just happen.
The fuck was that? Yeah? What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Time celerity. I'm like completely just ignoring everything that's going on. Very calm. Just tell me more about this time celerity thing.
It's a temporal shock, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I was diagnosed by my doctor.
Oh, my.
So it's nerves.
No, this is a thing. Every once in a while, I go into a seizure in which I just start repeating a phrase that is associated with whatever happens.
What's the phrase?
The penitent man.
Portal.
And how does that have anything to do with time?
Because it gets worse and worse the closer you get to the moment that it happens.
I picked this guy's head up, by the way.
I don't think...
Henry or the assassin?
Did you keep? Okay,
So you pull the assassin's head off.
No. Oh! Good God! How tough is that glue? That glue is something else.
Yeah, I was phrasing. Alright, so you pull his head off the ground,
Yeah, pick him up so he can speak.
and he spits out some glue. And he looks you in the eyes and he says, Doom will come. Doom will come to you all.
I
I
cast.
smash his face down into the ground.
Alright, now he's bleeding out of his nose.
Well, there's no reason to do that.
I cast calm emotions on him.
Alright. Can you resist that as a...
It's a spell.
Yeah, so he resists.
Will negates. So he has to be what? This is another second level. So this is 15.
Yeah, he fails.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
he's calm.
He's calm.
Be like,
So his breathing slows down.
Check his mouth. Someone check his mouth. He might have a capsule.
I'm pretty sure something would have came out when I smacked his face down.
Aren't those in the teeth?
I asked him, what are you trying to do? What's going on here? Let us help you.
I was told to kill Henry. I will not be the first, and I will not be the last.
Who told you that?
I'm not going to tell you that.
I will put the axe into the floor right in front of him and be like, "You will tell us."
He laughs.
Even with a 20 intimidate?
Yeah. Okay. He laughs and he says, "I do not fear death."
Smack his head one more time.
Who said anything about killing you? And I'll cut off one of his hands.
Let's talk to him first. Let's talk to him.
So nobody really notices this yet because it's quite rowdy. But
we're all like gathered in a circle. It's like happening. No one can see this.
Can I make a reflex save to try and stop you from chopping off his
go
leg?
ahead. Yeah,
that seems fair.
My hands are full with his head.
Okay. No, that's not high enough.
Can I try and stop Havoc?
You can try.
My life is the
Finally, the paladins are acting like paladins.
Hey!
They're not doing great though.
No.
Reflexes are a strong suit.
15.
No, that's not high enough.
Yeah.
I cast Stabilize to keep him from bleeding out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I look at Havoc, be like, "Let me talk to him."
I'm not letting you
Can
do
I
it.
ask
I'm
Henry
also-
about this?
Whistler.
I'm still intrigued by this guy. He's got time stuff going on.
Yeah. All right. So you can talk to Henry about this.
Yeah, so why what's with the assassin?
You just cut off that man's leg.
No, he did.
Yeah, the assassin. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's been these guys coming after me. It's something to do with the tree. I'm not sure what it is though.
When did they start?
About 4 weeks ago. I was looking into specifically the tree at this complex. I don't think it was trees of life. I think it was this tree of life. But I'm not too sure. All I got is the last assassin who came after me. I was saved by a couple of guards nearby. And the only word they got out of him that was useful was he said something about a hobgoblin. And that's it. That's all I know.
I look up with the foot in my hand. Like, did somebody say a hobgoblin?
By the way, when he cut the foot off, I took some of that sticky glue and put it back on his mouth so no one heard him scream.
Well, this is in the middle of a bar. Everybody knows what's going on.
Not at this point. He didn't scream when his foot got cut off?
No.
So I'm
gonna grab the foot from Havoc. Give me that.
Is he dead? Can I detect undead?
No, he's alive.
fine.
And he's fine with his foot being cut off?
He's
He's not fine with
stabilizing.
it.
How about I try? I put the foot on. Cast. I grab some surgical tools out. Quickly stitch.
No, don't get it's all healed over.
Yeah, it's been all healed over by now.
I was gonna try and cast Lesser Restoration.
So
You're really using Lesser Restoration for a bunch of things that it doesn't do.
I'm trying.
So I'm like, so they couldn't get anything out of him except the hobgoblin stuff?
Yeah.
And you think just figuring out this tree shit will figure this out?
I don't give a shit
Time
about
stuff?
those assassins. I gotta get to that tree because it's getting worse to the point where, like, I've got weeks.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Griff
instead of cutting this
teleports
guy.
through time
Whoa!
over to the guy and just kills him. We gotta go to the tree. I'm sick of this shit.
Holy crap!
Just the assassin.
Who?
I'm gonna like
No,
hyperventilate.
the guy on the ground.
Oh. Okay. He's dead.
And then killed him.
Yeah.
I was holding his head!
I used my mace too, so it's just like,
That's a coup de grace. He dies.
You know, fellows, this might be why we got arrested.
exactly. All we've done since we come back is kill and burn.
I've got a flask of...
I got a head!
Let's burn it down. Havoc, we need to burn it. We need to burn the evidence. I didn't get my drink yet. Havoc and Griff burn another place down.
Okay, so...
As I'm running out,
Hold on.
We really enable each other, don't we?
That's not how fire works. It doesn't just immediately everything's on fire. So you throw a thing of fire onto the ground.
A flask of oil.
Yeah.
Then I start dumping alcohol on it.
Okay.
it accelerates quite quickly.
Sure. And so
I
the
made
moment
I
that
levitate
somebody
and then
notices,
mage hand.
I catch Henry.
yeah, the moment people start noticing fire, somebody who knows magic immediately casts water onto it and puts it all out. And then the
It's an oil fire.
It's an oil fire.
yeah, they put it out. And the bartender walks up and he's got his arms on his hips, and he's like,
Memory lapse.
I also counterspell the water.
he walks away.
Quality's good.
He's like, what the fuck happened? Is that a dead body?
There's fire. Let's go.
We're out the door.
We're out the door.
We're out the door. Headed
As I run out, I yell, "Visit the strip club!"
I'm gonna
Now, when he
grab Henry.
coup de grace him, is that just he's dead instantly? Like even
He crushes his head.
Yep.
No bringing it back.
Yeah, that's the restoration. Won't bring that back. Or
Alright,
do
so
anything like
Do you guys bring Henry along?
Yes, I grabbed
terrible
Henry.
hell. They just want to kill him. I can't stop him.
So Henry is kind of flipping out and is in one of his seizures right now, repeating the words.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand on him and erase him from time.
Him? Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's gone for like a minute and you guys forget that he's there.
Let's keep going. He'll be back in a couple minutes.
With us, or will we have left the
He'll
location?
lift the location.
We don't know about him anymore. We forgot all about him. He's gone. We don't know who he is anymore.
Does that you guys don't remember where you need to go now?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We just don't remember
Only
anything
Griff
about him.
remembers because he's
All
the one who
I know
told
the
you
way.
guys.
Why are we running? Why is there a fire back there?
I know where there's a tree of life. So
Oh, cool. Let's go.
Well, no,
Put the fire back
You
there.
remember the fire?
I know.
You
Wait,
remember Henry, though.
remember who put the fire on? Do you remember that?
That wasn't Henry. That
You
was
remember
us.
the fire, you just don't remember
Henry.
anything that Henry ever took place in.
Why don't you guys light that place on fire? There's innocent people in
It
there.
was assassin.
Oh,
Yeah.
reasonable.
Remember the guy who didn't feel pain? That was weird.
Oh, the waiter was an assassin?
Why are you still holding his foot?
No.
No, probably took his foot.
Dr.
Campus took the foot.
Alright, so you guys now know, or at least one of you knows, for the next 5 minutes, and then all of you now remember.
Where the hell did you leave Henry? What did you do, Griff?
I didn't do anything.
I go back and find Henry.
Alright, Henry's still standing there outside of the bar.
Come here.
Oh god!
Get over here, come on.
He follows.
Is everybody outside the bar at this point?
Horse you could carry Henry on.
Yeah.
They put out a fire and are cleaning up the bodies. And there's like a bunch of cops standing around in front of the place with their arms crossed.
I'm gonna cross my arms so I blend in. How far? It's like a 5-day journey to this place.
I don't know where you got that time from, but it's a bit of a journey.
It's a bit of a
50
journey.
miles.
Yeah, well, it's a
Alright.
50 miles, so we'll either walking 10 miles a day. I guess we can go there. We can join a caravan, or my preferred method, we should just take a boat.
Guys, I have a boat. Suck it. Why? Because I have the money.
To buy a boat?
So I bought a swan boat. It can only exist for a day, but we can use the swan boat.
Wait, this is going up the
Is that the
coastline.
feather? The feather
It's a feather boat.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, it just
stinks.
It can carry 8 people and 8
For a
horses. Yeah, for a day, it gets us up the part of the river. I mean,
You
that's
probably made it
something.
there in a day.
And we
Yeah.
were already there.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Alright, so you guys
We
go out.
sail on this little feather boat.
You guys go on to the docks and, I guess, throw out a feather onto the water?
Yeah, you want me to tell you about it?
That's okay.
There's rats in the river.
So you set out on the boat across the ocean, or up the coastline towards the Great Gash.
I immediately start vomiting.
Oh my god! You're only on the coastline. Like this isn't.
I wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, it can carry 32 people.
Holy God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It
as
lasts
you make your
only
way
day,
up, one of the things that Henry tells you is that the place you need to go to within the Great Gash, that clay gash that goes into there, is a town called Mashiko, which is where all the clay and stuff gets collected, and where they do pottery and stuff.
Why did we need to bring him again?
We don't.
Henry, do you know how to swim?
Volley.
Alright.
Maybe I'm a good influence on Dr. Hippocampus.
He's trying to out-paladin the other paladin.
Yeah. Who's the better person? Bring it! I'm freaking glowing.
There has not been a point where Dr. Hippocampus has purposefully killed somebody who is good, or has let you guys kill somebody who's good
I just killed
when I've been here.
I know.
I tried to stop him, and I tried to stop you, but you sort of teleported there. There's nothing I can do.
There's not enough cops.
There's only so much I can do.
Alright, so your trip up to the town is pretty uneventful. And
I'm gonna question him about time shift the whole time because again, stuff doesn't just happen.
And he has no idea because most of the time stuff happens in the future. So he hasn't dealt with the time stuff.
Okay, well, where did he get diagnosed with time celerity?
He kept going to doctor after doctor after doctor before he went to a physician and professor of the Hightown Wizards who was an expert in temporology. Time! He was a time professor. And he diagnosed him of something that he's seen occasionally, and it usually involves people who have involvement with time fissures, because the fissures,
The rifts.
the rifts, sometimes involve time in their effects.
Alice, can I have some of that wine?
Atlas uses prestidigitation to make a crude shot glass and pours you a shot of wine.
Is it bigger than the thimble?
Yes.
Roll Constitution.
That's some strong shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. 21.
Cool. You succeed. You're not even buzzed.
I can have another shot?
Yep.
Roll again?
Oh.
4.
Yeah, you're drunk now.
Thanks, Alice.
That one hits you.
Alright, so you guys have made it to town. And the moment you hop off the ship immediately goes
Back to a feather.
back to the feather.
That's what happened to Morgus.
No. I get a feather now for the rest of my life.
Too soon, Molly.
Too soon? Okay.
So I did have a backstory for the feather, which is that it was the one thing that I do have of Morgrim, being that I'm the one that killed her, because it said that it could have some sort of symbolic value. So I thought it could be cool.
Murderer!
So we were riding around on like a Morgan, like swan boat.
Yeah, like it's the one thing that she's like been able to pass on. Oh, I thought
All the chairs and stuff are made out of pamphlets.
So wait, who's with us right now?
Right now it's Henry.
I mean, just all of us are Henry.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, so I have magic vestment. I give +1 to armor, +2 to armor, depending on who wants it. Who wants more armor class? I'm going to cast it twice on myself. Once down my armor, once on my shield.
Jeez.
So I have 4 more. Anyone wants +2 to your armor. Alright.
I mean,
Alright,
I'm a tank there.
Wait, did I already have that?
What do you have?
Plus one.
If you have magic armor already, I can
Plus
only...
1 from the +2.
Okay, so where would I put that? Would I put it here?
Yeah.
Again, you magic my armor.
Oh, do you have magic armor right now?
Yeah,
+1?
you magic my leather armor.
What's everybody's
Yeah, you
AC?
made it +1.
Okay, then I can give you another +1, make +2 for temporarily.
What are you? You're a paladin. You must have a high AC.
Yeah, I'm like
What do I have?
24 now.
20?
Do you have magic armor on right now?
Yeah.
What's it?
Were you
+1?
able to do +2 magic armor?
Yeah, I'm able to craft. Well, yeah, the spell can go up to +2. This is like a temporary buff.
I'm
just-
saying before with your crafting.
I can go up to any amount. It's just money.
Yeah, I need money. I'll take the last of it if you.
All right, so I got 4, 2, 2 with all the other. Well, wait, that's too much, isn't it? Come on.
4 times you said, right? You did it twice on yourself, once to me, and once to me.
Oh no, I have 6 casts of it. That's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can cast it 2 more times.
I won't say no.
Griff, did
All right,
you
so you
want
get
one?
+2 magic armor right now. And
Probably give some to Atlas,
He's
so
got
he
mage
doesn't
armor.
die.
Actually, no, would that overwrite it? No, it wouldn't. Would mage armor overwrite +2 to your armor? I can still
My
cast.
mage armor is an armor bonus.
So magic armor is different than enhancement.
Yes.
And yeah, they stack.
And I can cast on clothes, so I'll put +2 on your whatever you're wearing.
robes.
All right, there. I told out my buffs.
Thanks.
Alright. So the temple complex is not too far from here.
I cast mage.
Thank you for telling me.
I put a hand on Atlas and I cast shield other.
I'm going to summon my mount.
Ooh, fancy.
No, I know.
What are you
it's
up to
super
now?
And shield other is temporary.
It's only a 5-mile walk.
Shield other just splits.
cool. No, I ride.
So I take
I'll
half your
pop Henry
damage.
up there with me as well.
Ooh.
Is Sylvia with us?
No,
Okay.
she's back at the tavern.
That's why I asked her.
She's
I didn't know where she was.
she's learning stuff from Taza.
Oh god.
God.
With Taza.
We're gonna have 2 buildings by the time we're done back.
Let me teach you about Einstein.
Is she really learning anything? I mean, the only thing that's going on up there is
Oh god, I love
I think that was a mistake.
Instead of fire,
You're about
she
to have a
uses
lot
flooding.
of fun when you get back.
Oh no.
Alright, so you guys make your way towards the temple complex. And the ride is uneventful and relatively quick, and you arrive during the middle of the day.
You were all impressed with the size of my horse.
I'm not.
Not really.
As you arrive, you begin to see the size of this complex.
Yaks are bigger than horses.
The temple is half buried into the side of a mountain. It's this
Ooh.
massive mountain who Henry describes as Watcher's Peak. And you can see that it is not just a single temple. There is a single large temple in the center, but it's surrounded by multiple smaller buildings which all contain their own individual stuff. And everything's in the midst of dig. So they're slowly digging their way out of the...
So it's all like half buried in ruins.
Most of the stuff is half buried. Some of the buildings are collapsed, but the majority of it looks pretty intact. But it's all still half buried underground. But you can still see that at one point in time, it used to be some sort of majestic temple place.
Okay, cool.
You want to know what religion this is?
Henry regales to you guys about what he's heard about it. And that is that
I get it now.
it was found by
I know what he's doing.
an old shepherd. It was found by an old shepherd when they were digging underneath, looking for new spots of
Just the
clay.
with the two guns.
What?
No, not Tomb Raider.
No, it's not too
Indiana Jones.
I had to.
God damn it.
So it doesn't have a religious background.
What they've uncovered is it is religious, but it's not just a religion of one god. It's almost as if every single building is dedicated to its own god.
Okay.
As like a equal opportunity temple
Okay.
worship area, as if they were trying to centralize every single religion into one spot.
I asked Henry if there's a church of Psyche.
Oh, they found a Church of Psyche. It's towards the middle. Psyche is one of the more well-known gods of the past. Some of the more recent gods that we've known and discover and worship are not present. We do not have, like, those fucking weirdos of Rictus.
Those guys.
They don't have a temple.
What gods do we know are there?
Is there the Great Elven Court?
Who?
Yeah.
All right. What few temples we were able to find? The god of sun and light. Here, I've got mine. He pulls out a book, starts turning through to see what notes that he's taken.
I'm so immersed right now. It's like it's happening right in front of my eyes.
We found the god of course, the ovum.
Yeah.
That is the main temple, in fact.
Yeah.
Simply because it's the most obvious thing to worship.
Not because it was worshipped by birds
Because it's
first.
the ground. They just happen to have a different name for it, but it's the one that we identify as the ovum. We, of course, found Adida, the god of neutrality. That's also towards the center. Some minor side gods that we don't know about. God of fire, god of explosions, the god of trees, the god of insanity, and, of course, the god of light and dark, and a couple of weird ones that we haven't identified yet. There's one that is just a picture of a man wearing a crown who's on fire. We haven't figured that one out yet.
Henry,
Yes.
what can you tell me about this mark? It shines. Have you seen anything like this before?
I've seen paintings on walls of people with that, usually religious figures, but I'm not sure. I usually assumed it was a mark that was added by the artist to distinguish somebody as being holy. I've never seen somebody actually have that.
So there's no god here that you can identify as the one that would put this on me, or?
I'm not a religious scholar.
Alright.
I'm going to just make a quick religion check to see if I recognize that.
Okay.
Actually, now that I'm a religious person, I'm gonna do it.
Gathering around.
I don't know.
Ah, no. Meh. 8.
21. Okay. You recognize it as something that is clearly divine. However, you've never heard of the god that could have done this. It's almost as if that god just never told anybody.
It's not a loud god.
Just kept it a secret. Well, done all I could.
Volley unwraps his left hand and he looks at the mark on his hand and he looks for a symbol that looks similar to it.
I've seen that one.
That
That one I know. That's Solomon.
Where is it?
The god of magic, magi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have a temple for that. They didn't have magic back then.
There's always been magic.
Yeah, but not here. Well, we're almost there.
If we
we're about to
walk
go
by
look at
the
him,
Temple of Psyche, I step in quickly.
Sure. All right. So as you guys approach, the workers sort of eye you, but sort of like signal you on to keep going towards the center. And as you move towards the center, you see the man who is leading the expedition. He's a large Oread, like clearly muscled, but also bespectacled, who is ordering people to do, like, dig over there. You. What are you doing with that tablet? Go put that somewhere safe. Like, ordering people around, and he finally turns around and notices you all and goes, I've seen the likes of you before. Is that Henry? Is that Henry Kislyak?
Kiss ass.
What? And so the Oread steps down and says, What can I do for you, gentlemen? And gentlemen.
I'm gonna let my horse do that thing where it like crouches so that Henry can get himself off the horse if he wants to talk to the Oread.
Henry hides behind the horse.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Let's go start.
Hello, sir.
What can I do to help? You've come into my expedition. I'd like some answers.
Trees blood. I take out the axe.
We do have trees around here.
I don't know where I was going. Just back me up.
We need sap.
Like I said, we have trees around here.
Oh, special tree. You got a special one?
Oh.
Ancient.
A special tree.
Yeah, that kind of tree.
Yeah. Has Henry been telling you that there's a tree of life here?
Oh, yeah.
He sighs. We don't have any tree of life. Look, I'll let you guys look around. I am an accommodating man. However, I have no part of this.
Henry, did you lie to us, Henry?
No, he just doesn't believe.
He's saying you don't believe.
Listen, you've seen us kill people for no reason. Like, not even 48 hours.
I am not lying. He does not believe there is a fucking tree underneath here.
Alright, well, let's go down and look.
He's letting us look around. I have no problem with that.
Look around.
What's your name, perchance?
My name?
Yes.
Oh, it is Uralt.
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 How many times are we going to say this?
Uralt.
Actually, could I ask one request?
What?
I've got a tablet here. I haven't been able to translate it, and my translator has gone somewhere else. Could one of you translate it for me?
Sure. Do we know what language it is?
I have no idea.
Looking at it, do we know?
Let's look at it.
Do any of us know?
Who of us knows?
Everybody, take a look at your languages.
Yep.
Do you understand Celestial?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what it is.
All right. What's it say?
So looking at the
There's a tree of life.
This guy's lying. Henry is right.
you look at the tablet, and the tablet reads, third full moon of the cycle, the acolytes of dawn and the acolytes of night have been requested their own separate temples. However, funding the temple budget is very limited. We have 16 other minor gods who follows have requested their own separate temples, and half of them have yet to be confirmed to exist. And the followers of the unknown god keep fucking stealing my shit and leaving vague threats. Third partial moon of the cycle. I told the followers of the unknown that I set up a secret temple for them in the complex. Of course, I never made one. That should keep them happy for a while. Third half moon of the cycle. 3% of my workforce just fucking walked off the job after I violated some foolish unknown god's law. I've never even fucking heard of him. Third dark moon of the cycle. Research has indicated that the Acolytes of Dawn and the Cult of the Night worship the same god. Son of a bitch! Now at least I have to put them into a single temple, though getting those two groups to not tear each other apart will be a challenge. I'm gonna put the temple in the south, where the old informational globe used to be. Maybe we'll integrate the two, fucking call it even. It's like kind of jagged at the end.
So there's no pertinent information on this thing at all.
Except the fact that he said that he made a temple, but he didn't.
He made a temple of Psych down south.
Where the old informational globe used to be.
Yeah, in the south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a lead.
Alright, so they're digging in the wrong place. Their staff is too long. Alright, let's do this.
Your staff is too long.
What?
Steps too long.
What?
I'll read like a couple of those out, but I actually.
I'm just gonna read out the parts where it's just like, oh, I read,
Just the first.
just like the nonsense bits to this guy and be like, yeah, it's just like a
It's a diary.
supervisor's diary or something. It means nothing.
Yeah.
Why he wrote it in Celestial, who the fuck knows?
They spoke Celestial when they were trying to hide it from their workers.
But then they wrote it down.
He was trying to hide it. The man who run this place was very good at documenting himself. He was also apparently not very successful at doing his job.
Okay. So we're gonna take a look around.
Alright, we're going to store this somewhere else. This is clearly useless.
You can probably throw it away.
If you see like... Throw it away.
Yeah, can I take a rubbing first?
Sure, but we keep all this stuff.
I'm already rubbing it.
That's fine. We have a lot of archaeological collections. Just don't damage it. And he takes the tablet. And
The
walks
tablet, he picks up this fucking... the amount of shit you read, this is
He's
like
an Oriad.
big ass stone.
He's a massive dude. He picks up the tablet, puts it on his shoulder, and walks away.
All right, we have new directions.
Yeah, we gotta go south, I think.
Well, it's been fun here. Come along, Henry.
So glad we came all
Wait,
the way
is
here.
it south, or is it just south in this complex?
South of the complex.
Yeah, so it's not far.
Yeah, we're still in the right space.
I'm in front of these people. This is a good person attempting to fake lie. Go with it.
Well, now that you've admitted that.
Henry looks around. What did it say?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You can come with us.
Okay. Are we
on.
looking for a
Come on,
specific
Henry.
temple?
Yeah,
What temple?
it's unknown.
Is
Sun
it
God, I think, maybe?
sun? Oh, you mean the sun and the dark god?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. What
Combined.
that is the god.
Going first.
Olala. Owaya? O-L-L-O-A. Olao.
Who came up with that one?
I don't know.
I know.
No, because you got names.
Yeah, because I wrote everything down.
It wasn't me.
Because the one just before that is Ias, the mischief.
Yeah, that sounds like
I think I was there.
that was me. In any case, we head to the
Griff's gonna ask
location.
about it. Griff's gonna ask
Yeah, it's Jeanette. And it was with an A.
Hey, Henry,
Control day and night.
did they have a temple for Aeus here?
Aves? Yes, I know exactly where that temple is. I've been looking at the map. You can't set a map.
It's like a big map.
right next to you guys.
You are here. Are you turning this into a mall?
Well, we will navigate. This isn't a
Can we stop at the food
court? Yeah, where's the
court?
I want some giant buckets.
Yeah, this isn't a closed study. Shall we go?
All right, let's go.
Yes.
All right.
Get your hot
Let's go.
dogs.
So it's not too hard to find the temple, especially because of all the maps everywhere. Somebody put a sign in front of it that says Temple of Aes.
Cool.
So, as you walk into the front door, you see what is inside. And the temple has been restored back to its original state. At least that they found.
Which
What
one
you
is this?
see?
Which one is this?
The Temple of Ice. What you see inside of the temple is that it's a room bathed half in light and half in dark. In the center of the room is like a pedestal with a large egg that is supposed to represent Earth. This is what Henry describes to you, the meaning of it. It's a large egg that's supposed to represent the planet, which is half covered in dark and half covered in light.
That's not haze.
And you notice that the reason why the room is covered in light that side is not actually because of an open roof, but instead that there are mirrors all throughout the room which direct in sunlight through holes in the side of the room.
Okay.
And other than that, it's clay and mostly bare bones. It's actually surprisingly bare bones. Most of the temples you've been through have been highly ornate and decorated, but the only decoration in this room is that single central pedestal.
Not ornate. Has these... I'm going to direct this question at Henry. Have these temples been thoroughly explored that if we were to step or touch things, it's not going to damage or cause things to shift?
Yeah, most things...
I pick up and shake the egg.
The egg is actually, it's a pedestal. It's a solid object. That's all together.
There.
It's all stone. In fact, that's part of the reason why everybody can kind of explore.
So
everything that was movable and breakable has already been documented and stored. So everything that's left is
I
like
just
stone.
touched the egg, I guess. I took the egg with the egg statue.
The egg is smooth to the touch, as if it was just carved yesterday.
Cast detect magic.
You don't sense any magic. I forgot to mention a part of the room. Hanging above the egg, hanging above the pedestal, is a chandelier made of this sort of green and blue stone that's translucent and also kind of shiny, if that's the best way to put it. It casts, every once in a while, if like a little bit of light touches it, it kind of casts little things of light everywhere, of blue-green light.
So there's mirrors all over?
Yeah.
I start shining my light from my mark on all of them. Does it look cool?
Yeah, the mirrors, they're just mirrors. They direct it off into a different direction.
It's right in my eyes.
Alright! It's like a disco in here.
Thing like, what was it that was like hanging?
Chandelier.
Chandelier. So if the chandelier moves, it like makes a specific.
Yeah, if it ever like shifts from the wind, if it ever touches the light or moves it, you'll see that there's like little light that's spread around the room from the blue-green chandelier.
So if I like mage hand it a little bit and like move around, does it ever form like something?
No, it just seems to randomly like set light everywhere.
Okay.
Alright. You first.
I bet if we direct the mirrors at the chandelier, it'll do something.
Can you mage hand the mirrors? Are they bolted to walls?
They appear to be movable.
No.
I'm looking in at this little earth carving thing. Is it like actually a map?
No, it's just smooth stone. It is a representation of the planet.
I've been moving the mirrors around.
Okay.
Can we reach them? Are they above us?
Yeah, they're mage handable.
Mage hand. Mage hand.
So you begin moving the mirrors. The first thing that you notice is they start moving like smoothly, and then they start like really grinding for some reason, as if like there's something that's stuck into them. But they move eventually. Like even 5 pounds of pressure is enough for them.
I'd like to investigate why they start grinding. Can I sort of like look if there's like a mechanism in there?
Somebody's been fucking with that mechanism. You can see that there are carved marks of somebody as if they've taken a chisel to the actual like rotational thing on it.
Huh.
Is this the temple in the south, or is this
Yes.
Eos's temple? This is the temple in the south. Okay. Not Eos's temple. Okay.
Aes's temple is the temple in the south.
Eos isn't the god of.
Okay, well I meant, you know what I mean. Olawa. Olawa.
Now I know what you mean.
Yes, that is what this temple is.
Koala.
Replace every time I said Aes with Olala.
Give me a couple sound bites.
Yep. Owala. Owala. Owala.
I can do it on that. I can do it. Just leave it in there. I'll do it.
It's the temple of Owala.
Marker
Alright, so as you start shining, so
Yeah, I'm gonna keep redirecting them until eventually I can get it to reflect at the chandelier.
All right. So with the first couple mirrors that you shine in, you almost see the light bouncing around in like really random directions, and then it pops out. The light shines down into the dark side of the room, and you can actually start seeing shapes a little bit.
Awesome.
As you start adding more and more lights, you begin to realize that it looks a lot like the map that you guys had seen before, but much more complex. There are so many more buildings that are there. It almost looks like it isn't just a temple; it's a city.
Mm-hmm. And now it's a dog.
Do you keep doing the mirrors?
Of course I keep doing the mirrors.
All right. So when the final mirror goes into place, you begin to see that all the other buildings sort of start to reduce in light until a single building up in the far north near the edge of the mountain shines brightly.
We're just going back and forth, aren't we?
I mean,
I think I found a clue.
We're all sort
Which
of watching
building
here.
is
Yeah,
that?
we're all here.
It does not look like a building that's been uncovered before.
Are we able to locate in real life where that is based off of what we're seeing?
The Henry goes, oh, I got an idea. He runs outside with like a piece of paper. He runs back in with the map copied down onto his piece of paper from the map that was out front.
that was really quick.
Maybe
Maybe he is kind of useful.
He's got Nathan.
I just look at the wall and says, it says we're right
He
here.
gets up close to the thing and he draws where the temple would be about, as according to the map.
So now we have a geographical location.
Guess he's not worth it.
We should change the mirrors back.
Smash them all!
No.
Smash them all!
No.
As the archaeologist, I say that.
Smash them all!
No! These are authentic mirrors.
We can get more.
I do
They're
move.
authentic mirrors.
I do move a few mirrors out of alignment.
Okay.
So
Take
that
one down.
it's not. You want me to what?
Take one down.
You want me to take one down?
Yeah. Just
Let's not break the religious things.
Well, it seems like people have already tried to do that. That's why they're.
yeah, but then now that we're doing it, the Nazis are right on our tails. So we got
I'm sorry, who?
Who? I snap the staff over my knee and grab the flags and climb up.
the assassins.
Well, wait. Don't you have an
The Nazi
movable
assassins.
rod? Just jam it in there.
Making a lot of us.
They can't turn it.
Yeah, but then we have to go and get the rod back.
How about this? How about we just move the mirrors back? We're the only ones who know, right?
No,
you know?
there's Nazis, man.
I mean, I'm making the assumption, but like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what they say about assumptions?
it makes an ass out of you and me.
No, that they're usually wrong.
You know,
So we should do something.
Do you hear me? We have an immovable rod. We could jam one.
Do that.
That's what I said. He's gonna have to leave him behind.
All right.
You have an immovable rod?
Yeah, remind me to get this later.
It's not like it's gonna go anywhere.
That's a good point.
Put it in one of the high ones so that they can't get
Here, mage, hand it up.
Wait a minute.
Wouldn't
With
somebody
this-
just turn off the immovable rod?
Not if
What
they
is
can't
it
get to
about
it. There's
you
one way
can't-
up high.
We could climb. How do you think we...
Smash the mirrors.
We might have to smash some
Someone else could
mirrors.
have mage.
Shutter.
No! Jeez, stop destroying the temple.
No.
Who
cares?
Oh, let's think this through.
I'm tired.
Leroy.
How long does magical darkness last?
No.
Can anybody cast that?
I can't do
I
that.
can't do that.
If we smash a mirror when we come back, I can just cast mending.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, screw it. Shout it.
Smash all the
How about we just smash one mirror?
It's too late. I already did it.
One mirror.
One mirror. Okay.
I did a few.
I'll accept that.
The most important one.
Volley just did something.
I shattered.
What?
Yeah. Alright. I snapped my fingers. Let's go.
So,
I can fix it.
We'll fix it.
yeah, the only...
I still move a couple of them just in case someone knows how to mend it.
Alright, so there's glass everywhere. And
Take some dirt over it.
And the light side of the room is no longer
So in the
light.
middle, that egg thing, is that... You can't pick it up, right?
No.
Okay.
It's still part of the pillar.
We'll leave that.
Maybe the egg's immovable rod.
No.
Okay.
I take a piece of the mirror.
They'll never be able to put it back together fully.
That's the key.
Even if they try to mend it, they can't ever get it back.
Yeah, they're gonna have one piece missing. They're gonna be
You have a-
they're gonna be so
I like
annoyed.
that idea. I take another piece too and put it in my satchel carrying.
Okay.
Turning everybody into looters.
All right, let's go to this next place. I have a feeling I'm going to be digging.
bones.
Huh?
Still the 2 femur bones.
You're a psychopath.
How did you make your way north?
Griff has a big problem with established religion.
As you make your way north, you basically aren't messed with. Nobody has any problems with you.
Nobody
Started-
noticed the loud thunder crack and the sound of glass breaking.
Nope.
I guess
We were in our own section. Don't worry about it.
yeah, there wasn't too much activity on the south side.
I dropped one of the femur bones in the temple just in case someone comes by. That
Hey!
might be part of the thing.
The worker runs up. You put that back.
I just did.
No, we don't just leave femurs in the middle of the road. That's not how archaeology works.
Okay, I'll put it back. I put it back in my satchel to carry.
You better hope that wasn't an authentic femur.
Where did you get that from?
Nothing.
That was the other ancient temple that we explored.
You looted another ancient temple?
No.
I slathered the removable rod back into my belt. No.
Wait,
All right.
you're on. I dropped the bone.
Okay. Roll stealth check.
I just put that.
Sometimes I worry about you.
Oh. 8.
Yeah, he hears the clattering of the bone. He turns around, and he runs over and grabs the bone and walks away.
Thank you.
They're gonna have 5 skeletons with an extra leg bone. Where did this come from?
It's gonna be like a news article, like ancient humans had an extra leg.
Okay, so as you make your way north, it starts turning into pastures and fields rather than this uncovered land. And then finally Henry stands aside and goes, "Stop! I think I found it."
Alright.
And he points. And there's a hole in the ground.
Uh-oh.
They beat us here.
I don't know who, but I hope not the assassins.
We destroyed that temple for no reason.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, you did.
No, it's all right. Don't worry
No,
about
it's
it.
fine.
Doctor,
How deep is the hole?
It's pretty deep.
I dropped the shard of glass down there.
Ow!
It follows. It like falls down the hole. It appears that the hole isn't straight down. It's kind of curved. There's like a ladder that's going to be laid down lengthwise.
There's like a ladder there?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like.
Oh!
Bing, 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 bing.
Does it look like a dugout hole?
It looks like somebody dug it out with magic.
With magic, like
Because it's specifically at the dimensions of
Expedition.
excavation. Okay, which
that
we've all
include-
seen before.
Yeah.
And there's
A
also a
horse
ladder.
size?
Well, I just didn't know. If
I
it was
guess
like a
you
worm
could
did
walk a
it.
horse down it, but it's
Worm
like a
would put wire.
45-degree angle.
No, the worm would dig it out and then
All
they
right.
would let it down.
I proof my horse for now.
Okay.
I cast light with my hand, and I go down the ladder.
As you descend, it's 45 degrees, so the ladder is there for grip rather than climb.
I will follow him.
And as you get deeper and deeper, your ears kind of pop a little bit. It's getting pressurized. And you start to approach what appears to be a door.
The door.
It's a pretty simple door. It's just a wooden door.
With a doorknob.
Yeah.
If only our trap guy was
Does it have a
here.
window?
Nope, it's just a door built into a wall.
I grab that shard of the mirror as we walk by.
Okay.
Is there a handle?
Yeah, it's just a regular old door.
Why is there a rope going?
What is-
We're going on a freaking.
It's a regular old door with a
Yeah, trap guy.
Okay.
I cast detect magic on the door.
There's no magic on the door.
Mage hand the doorknob.
The door opens, revealing a dark room.
I walk in
All right. You walk into this dark room.
with my
Well,
light.
wait, is
My
it-
light.
Oh, okay. So you shine your light.
I'm the last one in this, by the way.
Sure. So what you see inside of the room is that the floor and the walls are all made out of metal with this branching obsidian all throughout it. And the ceiling is actually so high up you can't really see it. It's just really dark. So the light doesn't reach that far.
I have low light vision.
And so, okay, you see the ceiling.
There is a roof.
No, you wouldn't see the ceiling because of the light.
It's not endless.
Because you can see that the edge of the light.
You would have to stand at the edge of the light.
I am at the edge of the light. Always at
So
the edge.
I am the edge.
I am the edge.
Well,
So
yeah.
as you walk into the room, you begin to notice sort of features about it. You notice that in the center of the room is this massive door that really reaches all the way up to the ceiling. And on the front of the door, it's like intricately carved with all of these sort of branching patterns. It almost looks like a tree, but upside down.
Wait, in the center, like it's just a door standing on its own?
No, it's this massive, like half the wall is this massive door.
What's it made out of?
Metal.
What type of metal?
It's hard to tell.
Obsidian.
It's a much shinier metal than the rest of the metal of the room. And the door's also got these branching obsidian patterns. And you also notice in front of it, on the door itself, are these two gear cogs that go all the way up. And at the very top is this massive gear cog that's just sitting on top of the door. On the right side of the room, you see this strange object with pipes all over it. And on the left side of the room appears to be some sort of altar with a strange-looking god on top of it. And in front of the altar are tables with figures seated at them.
Do I know what any of the figures are? Or the god?
If you want to look closer.
Okay, well.
Alright, it's a roll perception.
Alright, I think where this is going. I think read.
4.
Okay. So it's dark. It's hard to pick out the figures. The figures look humanoid, but when you get closer, you can see that they're not really humans. It's hard to check what they are.
I was going to do a knowledge religion.
Oh, knowledge religion. Okay, so looking.
I want to do a knowledge religion.
Ah, that's what that is.
Yes.
Alright, give me a number.
7.
7.
Seven.
I'm not sure what this god is. It looks real weird.
Anyone good at religion?
Yes.
And tell us what god this is?
Oh man, I didn't roll well though. 14.
Okay, I got this.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, okay.
So you guys realize what god this is. This isn't the normal interpretation of what this god is, but it's sort of an older version, and this is the god Faraday, god of thunder and lightning. And it looks like a large obelisk with two arms clasped in front of it, with its hands folded between them. And it's got this gold-colored, like a yellow eye that kind of glows a little bit.
An obelisk with arms and an eye.
Mm-hmm. It's as if it was a living obelisk if it was an actual thing. And it's got blankets on top of it.
I am going
No,
to...
hold on a sec. Back up 1 second. You said that there's one figure that's at the altar, and then there's many figures below it at...
Yeah, so the altar itself is like a statue, and there's a bunch of figures that are seated at tables.
Okay.
All in front.
And the one that's at the altar is the lightning one, and we don't know what's seated below it.
No.
Okay.
You guys haven't gotten a good one.
I'm going to do knowledge engineering to see if I can...
What? Nothing. Are you going to do something, Joe?
Nope. Joe? Who's Joe?
That's like the first one of the game.
Natural 20 to see, so that's actually 25 to see if I know what this actually is, since you said thunder and Faraday. So.
No, but yes, it is an altar to the god Faraday, and that is a fetish, a depiction of the god Faraday.
So, with the natural 20, I thought it was going to be one of those Faraday coils.
No, there's a... It says right there, there's a god called Faraday.
Okay.
Henry's like, yeah, that's a god.
I know, I meant because I said it was a pillar with the...
That is the older interpretation of what Faraday was.
Okay.
Atlas looks at the eye a little closer. The yellow silver eye.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about it.
What you see is you have to roll a perception check. Do it! Do it, you fiend!
17.
Alright, that's good. So when you get up kind of closer, you can't, it's up high, so you have to fly up to see it directly. But what you can see is that it almost...
Is it more than 30 feet away?
Yeah.
Want me to levitate?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
Alright, I levitate him up.
Alright. So he gets up there at eye level. And so looking directly into the eye, you can see that it's a crystal that somebody has embedded into it. And inside of the crystal itself, it looks as if you can see both, like, shocks of lightning moving around inside of it.
Right on the Griff pulls back and shoots a shock arrow at it.
You fire the shock arrow? Mm-hmm. The moment the shock arrow hits the eye, It's
Next time.
it spreads lightning all throughout it, and then you see cable that you couldn't see before. The electricity juts along the cable, and it cuts all the way across the room into the other object on the far side of the room, the one that was covered in pipes. And suddenly, with that single bit of light, you see a flash of blue light from underneath the center of it. And the pillar in the center of the object raises up, and then comes down with a thud, and then raises up and comes down with a thud, and repeats slowly and slowly. And you begin seeing electricity spread along the obsidian cracks that are all around the room, slowly lighting up the room completely.
You know, I can get used to being up here.
A little singed next to you.
No, I'm gonna just hang up here.
As the room gets brighter and brighter, you all get a better vision of the figures, and you also get another vision. So the first thing you see is the figures that are seated at the tables are not human, obviously. They appear to be carved statues that are made of wood and porcelain, that are all seated with their heads down, and some of them appear to have like little canisters on their shoulder, which is kind of weird. And then they all in front of them have stuff. Like some of them have food, some of them have wooden bowls, some of them have like swords or spears and things like that. And you also see piled in front of the door, which you didn't get a good vision of, are a bunch of dead bodies covered in swords.